These 8 advanced English words will lift your fluency and your IELTS, TOEFL, or Cambridge score, and you won't just memorize them. You'll meet each one inside the story, feel what it means, then prove you caught it. That's how your brain keeps them for good. Petra had spent 11 years learning to tell a true document from a forged one. It was the single skill that would save her. On the night her own mentor tried to turn her into the most famous traitor in the country. The file had arrived on her secure terminal 3 days earlier, with no sender and no note. It alleged something monstrous, that her own agency had knowingly invented the intelligence used to justify a war. Thousands had died on the strength of a lie. If it was real, it was the most important document Petra had ever touched. If it was real, the public had a right to see it, and exposing it would end her career, her freedom, and quite possibly her life. So she took it to the one person she trusted completely, Whitlock, her mentor, the man who had trained her, who had taught her everything she knew about the quiet, covert world they both lived in. Whitlock read it in silence. Then he looked at her, his old face grave. "This is credible," he said softly. "God help us, Petra. I think this is real. You have to expose it. Take it to the press tonight before they realize it's missing and bury it forever." He pressed a name into her hand, a journalist already waiting. "If you stay silent," he said, "you are as complicit as the men who wrote the lie. You know that." And he was right. To know of such a crime and say nothing would make her complicit in it forever. Petra almost ran straight to that journalist that very night, but 11 years of training are a hard habit to break, and something about the file would not let her rest. It was too clean. Real intelligence is messy, hedged, riddled with doubt. This document was certain, quotable, perfect, exactly the shape a scandal needs in order to explode. So instead of running, she did the one thing the file had been designed to stop her doing. She examined it, line by line, the way Whitlock himself had taught her. And buried in the document's hidden data, the metadata no leaker is ever supposed to check, she found the thread that unraveled everything. The file had not been created before the war, as it claimed. It had been created last week, and it had been written on a terminal inside her own building, Whitlock's. The truth turned slowly, and then all at once. The document was a forgery, a brilliant one. There had been no invented intelligence, no monstrous war crime. The lie was the file itself. Whitlock was the traitor, for reasons Petra could only guess. Money, a foreign paymaster, some ancient grudge. He had built a perfect fake and chosen the one analyst whose name would make it credible, her own. She was respected, careful, honest to a fault. If Petra Lindqvist leaked it, the world would believe it. That had been his ulterior design from the very beginning. His urging had never been about the truth at all. Every kind word, every grave warning had served a single ulterior purpose, to coerce an honest woman into laundering his forgery into history. He had not been trying to save his conscience. He had been using hers. And the real target was not Petra. The fake had been built to discredit the agency's new director, an old enemy of Whitlock's, and to throw the country into a scandal that would tear it apart, all of it resting on Petra's trusted word. She sat for a long while with the forgery glowing on her screen, seeing at last how close she had come. A single night, a single click. She would have exposed a lie believing it was the truth and been destroyed for it. And worse, so would every innocent person caught in the wreckage. Petra did not go to the journalist. She went very quietly to the director, Whitlock's enemy, and, as it turned out, the only honest man in the building, and laid the whole covert scheme before him. The forgery, the metadata, the terminal, the name. Whitlock had alleged a monstrous crime to bury his own. He had tried to coerce the truth out of a lie, and to discredit an honest man with it. And in the end, he was undone, not by some grand act of heroism, but by the small, stubborn habit he had drilled into Petra himself. Never trust a document until you have checked exactly where it came from. They came for Whitlock before dawn, and Petra, who had come within one click of becoming the most infamous traitor in her country's history, went back to her desk the next morning, opened the next unmarked file, and, as she always had, began, very carefully, to check. Now, did you catch all 8? Let's find out. A verb meaning to reveal something hidden, especially a wrongdoing. It's what a journalist does when they uncover a cover-up. Whitlock begged Petra to do this to the secret file. He told her to do what to the lie before the agency could bury it.
The word is ɪkˈspoʊz.
The reporter worked for months to expose the company's fraud. A verb meaning to claim something is true without yet proving it. It's what an accuser does before any evidence is shown in court. The mysterious file did this about a terrible government crime. The document seemed to do what? To claim the war was built on a lie.
The word is allege.
Reporters alleged that the minister accepted secret payments. An adjective for being believable and able to be trusted. Think of a witness whose calm, detailed story everyone believes. Whitlock insisted the shocking file was exactly this. Petra's spotless name would make the forgery seem what? The word is credible. Without any proof, the wild story simply was not credible. An adjective for being secret and deliberately hidden. It's the opposite of open. Think of a hidden, secret operation. It described the quiet world of spies that Petra worked in. The two of them lived in a what kind of world of secrets and silence?
The word is covert.
The agency ran a covert operation no government would admit to. An adjective for being involved in a wrongdoing along with others. It's sharing the guilt by helping or simply by saying nothing. Petra feared that staying silent would make her exactly this. To know of the crime and hide it would leave her what?
The word is complicit.
By covering it up, the manager became complicit in the theft. A verb meaning to destroy someone's reputation or believability. It's making people stop trusting a person's word entirely. The forgery was secretly designed to do this to the director. The fake was built to do what to an honest man and ruin him?
The word is discredit.
His rivals spread lies to discredit him before the election. A verb meaning to force someone to act by using threats or pressure. It's bullying or pressuring a person until they finally give in. Whitlock used trust and guilt to do this to Petra. He tried to do what to an honest woman? Pressure her into spreading his lie. The word is coerce. The gang tried to coerce the shopkeeper into paying them money. An adjective for being hidden and usually selfish, said of a motive. It's the real hidden reason behind a friendly-looking act. Every kind word from Whitlock secretly served one of these. His warm advice concealed a cold, what kind of motive? The word is ulterior. She offered to help, but I suspected an ulterior motive. Quick recap. How many do you still remember?
ɪkˈspoʊz. Allege.
Credible.
Covert. Complicit. Discredit.
Coerce. Ulterior. A new English story every day. Subscribe and learn advanced words the way your brain actually keeps them. Inside a story you won't forget.